Panels. Testing, 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 testing. There we go. And I'm live. Hey, so hello everybody. We are back with some Genshin Impact. See what's new. What are stores we can do. Our rewards. Our scale. See what quests we can do. Let's go Samaro. Let's talk to Rafiq. Okay, so it's below us. Hi. How much? Let's talk to this guy. I knew it. Doing this way is more expensive. What are you talking about? Oh, hello, I'm staying. Sure, I could try. Oh, hello, I'm studying a ship design problem and now hit a bottleneck. I'll give it to you straight. Want to make ships carry more things without raising their costs. Weight too great, the structure becomes more prone to breakage. Even weight distribution affects balance and so on. Best way to solve these problems is to use better materials, but if we do, we risk incurring greater costs. That's the crux of the issue. To be honest, I still have no more. I still want to build a good ship. For some problems that would normally be solved with more, I must instead find some technical means to circumvent them. Can you really do this? Haha, you may not believe it. A lot of people actually do this. Just we build our shoreline fishing boats after all, they will not encounter any storms. When it comes to shipbuilding, we subscribe to the principle of waiving wherever costs can be saved. Fixing and mending wherever we can, so as long as they be used, we will improvise. Thanks to this principle, our ship repair business does well every day. Girl, if you're willing, please help me go check the ship over there. Yeah, just returned to port. It seems to be having some problems because it often carries heavy loads. I've been researching this very topic, so perhaps I can find some inspiration from it. Leave it to me. Leave it into your hands then. Into the ship. Give it well. On the mast is not. Kaya, get back in there. I'm going for a swim, Kaya. Guess we have to go back to the beginning. Let's go back to the ship. Let's check it. Seems okay here. Here. And where's the third part of it? Stern or whatever this is. Heck. This could be problematic. Gotta tell him quick. Okay. So, have you finished checking the ship? Yes, I have. Not very well. See, those structures for tricks have been used to cut costs are problematic as expected. It's going to cost a lot to repair these structures. The owner of that ship, remember that person is always on a tight budget. I better go talk to him. His life is definitely more important than compared to Mora. Leave this commission. So we got Ring Drake, whatever that is. Climate. Hold on, why am I stuck? Over there. Let's stay on the wheel. There we go, now we could go. Oh great, guess we have to take care of these guys. Whatever those things are.
Freeze.
Mushroom looking things.
Cool it.
Now you're up. Yeah. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go take care of business. Yeah, fun looking at Kaya. Okay, back. So
Come on, let's get
set
moving.
up.
We're not frozen in place after all.
Let's go find that. What this thing is. Ring Drake. So Ring Drake is over there. So let's head there. Oh boy. This is bad. This is gonna hurt. Yep, that hurt.
Unexpected.
On the cliff. Him. Yeah, finally got to go. What's there? Defeat this ring drake. Oh, they. There we go. Guess that. This thing it.
Freeze. Cool it. Freeze. Cool it.
Let's dance.
Dodge this. 40. Freeze. Cool it.
So there we go. We need to complete the time trial. That back there. Get these. This won't get it. Got it.
What's the hurry? Seems all the other knights already have their hands full.
Right here. Let's let the stamina heal. Fall off the cliff if we don't. Not very high. It just teleported there. I do. Is it? Down here. Hold on to this. Still need client. Go.
What's the hurry?
Go first. Hearing some lagging a little bit. Let's see, teleport. These cliffs.
Thank you for choosing to stay with us. If you require any assistance,
Does this make sense to you, Cece?
Oh, are these trees instead? Over there. When you get up there, quickly.
Catch the wind.
Cliff side on. Ledge, please. Get to this ledge, please. We're almost there. So time trial is right
What's the
here.
hurry?
What is this? Enemies. 2 seconds, really.
Dodge this. This moment will be frozen in time. Don't push your luck.
Stop it. It's over. This guy.
Useless.
On.
Don't get frostbite.
There you
Don't
go.
push your luck. Cool it.
And there we go. And now I need Complete the mushroom knocking challenge. What is that?
Catch the wind. Useless. Useless.
I'll protect us.
Dodge this. Boring.
Got the chest.
If it's useful, I'll take it.
Let's just teleport there. So here we go. Is it here? Go up here. Excuse me. Is it down there?
La, 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 la.
Here.
Yeah. That hurt.
Doesn't look good.
Let's revive him. Still in a hill trail camp. Hi. Corey. Food. Yeah, I'll figure. Wanna fight them yet? Here we go. The mushroom challenge. Mushroom. That's a mushroom. Come on. Hey, hit him. Not doing very well at this. Got one of them. mushroom. Get this waypoint. Try this again.
Come at me. Take. Ha. Ta. Yeah. Hey.
There's the
Ta. Yeah. Ta.
there we go. Could be everything. Check. So there we go. Go back to outline. Okay, let's there in the underground ruins. Over there.
Catch the wind.
So where is it? Right back here. Okay, here we are.
So we're underneath Natlan right now? It looks nothing like Paimon was imagining.
That's because in the distant past, Natlan was home to an incredibly advanced civilization ruled by dragons. Humans only established their own society after the fall of the dragons.
So these are Saurian ruins?
I think she means actual dragons.
Wait, you mean like the elemental sovereigns? They had their own advanced civilization?
Yes, a really long time ago. Very few records have survived until now, so no one really knows what the devices here are for. These ruins have been abandoned for a long time, but with the recent increase in Abyss activity, the installations around here have somehow been activated again.
So what you're saying is, we're not in for an easy trip to the Night Kingdom.
No, it's going to be obstacle after obstacle from here on out.
Just what I want to hear.
Why are you all laughing like that? It's creeping Paimon out.
It's the pre-adventure excitement kicking in, right guys?
Of course. I'm eager to get started.
Adventures live for moments like
Then
these.
let's go. We won't let anything stand in our way.
Seems like the road ends here. How should we get across?
There, how? God.
As a professional trainer, I think you could stand to build up your endurance, Paimon.
Professional trainer? Paimon thought you were a warrior from the collective of Granny.
Well, that goes without saying. But I actually work as a sports coach. I provide professional guidance for many of Natlan's popular sports. And I don't just mean physical training. I design nutrition plans as well.
Silly.
So basically no sugar, no soft drinks, no grilled meat.
Yeah, we'll be here all day if you list them out one by one.
We need to
It's
go
much faster
there.
to just focus on what's good for you.
Such as...
Vegetable juice. Want some?
You know, Ian-san, Paimon feels like the two of us might
Try
not see
something.
eye to eye.
Try something. Change characters. Having a little bit difficulty. There we go. That's how you do that. Jump off the cliff. Where are we? Stuck behind the pillar. What's in there in here?
Those guys look familiar.
We've fought them before. Let's go. Show no mercy.
Freeze!
Useless.
Cool it! Boring!
Let's dance.
Useless.
Boring!
Which?
Let the show begin. Oh, ouchie. Ready, steady, go!
Dodge this!
Frozen obsessed by this time.
Sight clear! Take.
Go. This way.
place we need to go seems really high up.
There's villagers here.
Let's dance.
Useless.
More enemies.
Breaking new ground.
Boring.
Don't push your luck.
Useless.
Scanning. Hey, that was your last chance.
Barbara.
Why?
Which
Useless.
got a shield.
Boring.
But regen shield. There we go. Let's heal first. He'll be right back.
I didn't know you were such a slacker.
Yeah, I'm back.
Seems all the other knights already have their hands full.
Okay, let's continue on. Continue on a bit. Their transformation. This thing. Big hill turtles and a this move. This guy because he heals the others first.
Let the show begin.
Glitching.
Dodge this.
Frozen. Frosted.
Disappear. Cool it. Dodge this.
I'll protect us.
Got this thing.
Cool it.
Frozen.
Don't push your luck.
Ow. Big hill turtle.
This moment will be frozen in time. Dodge this.
Frozen.
Useless. Useless.
Ow, stop it.
Get out of my
Get
way.
out here.
Come on, we can do it.
Need to heal. Things. Gal is down. Great.
Don't push your luck. Free.
Let the show begin.
Shields.
Dodge this. Oh,
You're
so
frozen.
sorry. Freeze. Come at me. Dodge this.
Big guy.
Sight clear.
Let's dance.
Freeze.
Freeze him.
Cool it. Don't get frostbite. Dodge this. Impossible.
Look at this. Look at this.
I'll protect us.
Freeze. Oh, so sorry.
Frozen. Here we go. We got rid of it. Bring Zhao back.
Let the show begin.
Back in. Heal everybody. Let's heal everybody while we can.
I'll protect us.
7 seconds.
Let the show begin.
Healing everybody.
I'll protect us.
Here we go. Fully healed. Everybody's fully healed, so let's go on. Find a way to get over there. Wait, did we? Entered. Fight. We're here. Transforming. This is.
This is the final stretch. We just need to climb up, and we'll be there. Nothing to it.
Easy for you to say.
Wherever you are, climb. Burrows.
This must be the entrance the Pyro Archon told us about. The one ripped open by the abyss.
Yes. There's something in the depths of this place that feels familiar, yet also foreign.
We actually have to go in there? Okay, Paimon just needs to psych herself up. Don't push her through before she's ready. Hey! You don't have to drag Paimon! You're pulling too hard!
Looks like we made it. This is the Night Kingdom.
It looks so different from what I imagined in the stories.
There's abyssal energy everywhere.
That overflow of energy is probably what trapped Kachina here in the first place.
From this point forward, everything we know about the real world no longer applies. Anything can happen here.
Paimon's more worried about how we're gonna make it out. We obviously can't go back the way we came.
Do you see that patch of light on the ground? It's shining down from that fissure in the sky.
Oh yeah, right in front of us. So that's coming from up there? Oh, it's so high up. Did we really fall that far down?
Just like I said, our real-world knowledge doesn't apply here. We fell all this way, yet came out completely unscathed. If this was the real world, we'd have to climb our way back up to the entrance. But here, all we have to do is stand underneath the light and offer a prayer.
That's it?
Don't try it now.
Right,
So that means all we need to do is find Kachina and bring her to this location.
Exactly. This light is streaming in from the real world. It's a link between the two realms.
The terrain looks difficult to navigate, and the visibility's not great either. How are we supposed to find Kachina in these conditions?
Yeah, these floating black things don't look super friendly either.
Those are all manifestations of abyssal power. Be careful.
Ghost! A talking ghost!
Who is this?
Calm down. I'm here to help. You're the ones who helped Vichama, right?
I mean, you're...
Yes. I'm Vichama's friend, Malco. I was completely lost to this realm until I sensed a mysterious power calling out to me. It's like it was seeking me out, attempting to reassemble the pieces of who I used to be. Of course, it could only do so much. I'm sorry I can only appear before you in this imperfect form.
No, we should be the ones apologizing. If the Spirit Speaker Stone hadn't become corrupted by the Abyss, we could have done much more. But we had to destroy it. Otherwise, Vichama and his tribe would have been in danger.
Of course. Thank you for protecting him. I never imagined that, even after all these years, he'd still take such a risk for me. Under the power of the stone, it felt like our souls were connected. Turns out even our regrets were exactly the same.
Whether in triumph or death, you want your best friend by your side.
Exactly. That may not be in the cards for us, but it's not too late for you. You're looking for a young girl from the Children of Echoes, right? She's being chased by an embodiment of abyssal power. I'd like to help her while I'm still in this form, so follow me. Be careful. This place has been severely corroded by the Abyss.
Paimon didn't realize it had gotten this bad.
It's like a seething volcano ready to engulf our world at any moment.
Well, let's not leave. Guess we have to follow it. Ghost.
Quick, get back here. You can't go. Stay close to me. My power will be able to ward off attacks for the time being.
Hold on. A shield here, so
Let the show be.
back in the shield
We'll
jowl.
keep this up. Let's try another route. This way.
Is this retribution?
Really? Got red. A revive, so it's fine.
Not good. More monsters.
Fight him.
We shouldn't waste our time on them.
Cool it.
I'll protect us. Let's dance.
Dodge this. Ha! This moment will be frozen in time. Ha! Cool it.
Nice sculptures.
Ha!
Keep them frozen.
Dodge this. Ha! Useless. Don't get frostbite. Freeze.
Oh, this guy.
Oh, Paimon can't see anything.
It's easy to get lost here. Just stick close.
Hey, so what's this?
Did you hear that?
What?
Never mind. It was probably just my imagination.
Don't scare Paimon like that.
I heard it too. It was a voice from the abyss.
What did it say?
Doesn't matter. It certainly doesn't harbor good intentions.
Paimon just heard it too. Let's keep going. Paimon wants to get out of this place.
So do I. You know, right there.
We're here, Kachina! Oh, honey? Looks like our reunion will have to wait until we take care of these monsters. Good idea. Let's go! Get down!
We got this. We're all running down, low in health.
You're getting on my nerves.
Let her rip! No! I messed up.
Great.
Again.
Boring.
That shield's Tina.
You're here. You're finally here. Thank you so much. That monster can appear from anywhere. It almost caught me a bunch of times. The YF's power helped keep me hidden, so I just tried to stay out of sight until you got here.
Had a girl. You did so well. And most importantly, you weren't hurt.
Should we start heading back then?
Actually, I have a request. Will you come visit the YF with me? I can't exactly put it into words, but something's wrong with the Ode of that was the Pyro Archon's theory as well. Everything we've seen here certainly seems to back it up.
In the Night Kingdom, there are 6 main totem poles representing the Wyab of each tribe. You can think of them like the body of each Wyab. Additional totem poles, like the ones around here, serve as proxies to which the Wyab can extend their consciousness. There are countless proxies scattered around the Night Kingdom. Through them, the Wyab can extend their consciousness over the entire realm and track down souls no matter where they roam. But if a proxy were to become severely contaminated, then a soul could become lost within the Night Kingdom.
Judging by the current situation, I don't think we're dealing with just one contaminated proxy. Even if we could
Excuse
drive
me.
out the abyssal power from one of them, that probably wouldn't even put a dent in the problem. Still, we can't just leave the YF to suffer. It's protected me this whole time.
Saving one is better than saving none at all.
We might even manage to draw out the monster that's been hunting Kachina. Getting rid of the monster might slow down the deterioration of the Night Kingdom.
Kachina? What's wrong?
Nothing. Just a headache. And that voice again, telling me to abandon the Wayab and leave this place.
Maybe we really should leave. Kachina's already been here for too long.
No, I'm fine.
Where's the tone
Just up
pole?
ahead. I'll lead the way. Besides, I can still fight, so please.
Listen to me, Kachina. We'll come with you, but that's because we want to help the Wayab. Not because we have something to prove. You don't have anything to prove either. It's okay if you reach your limit. We'll be there for you.
All right. The sooner we get this done, the better.
We've already come all this way, so we might as well try to get to the bottom of this.
Let's go.
I'll stay here and try to stall the Abyss monster.
All by yourself? That's too dangerous.
It's all right. I may not be as strong as that monster, but I'm definitely more familiar with the area. Besides, I don't have much time left. If you're anything like my friend, I'm sure you're not particularly fond of goodbyes. So go. Achieve.
Thank you for
You're true.
No one fights alone.
Heal.
Does your head still hurt? Let me help you walk.
I'm fine. You should know I'm made of stronger stuff than that.
Let's dance.
Wayab? Wayab! I'm back! My friends and I are here to heal you. Wayab, can you hear me?
So we were right. The contamination is already too severe. It's preventing the Wayab from answering our calls. All right, get ready, everyone. Time to purge the abyssal energy from this place.
I'll help too.
Careful. We've got company.
Already?
This one.
You really think that puny soul could slow me down? Courage in the face of futility is pure folly. He tried to get in my way, so I disposed of him.
You killed Malco?
He would have dispersed with or without me. Rather than worrying about him, I would urge you to focus on yourself. You may have defeated others of my kind in the past, but underestimate me now, and it will be to your peril.
Are you the one behind all this?
No. The power of the Abyss is intoxicating. The destruction it seeks captivates like a masterful work of art. I strive only for the opportunity to see it up close. I thought this naive little girl was an exception, but it turns out humanity is full of lambs willing to offer themselves up to the slaughter. That is the tragedy of your short lives. You understand nothing of all-encompassing power. Ancient names, pride, friendship, all empty ideas invented to give you a false sense of self-worth. They possess no power at all. The Archon created those grandiose ideals out of pure selfishness. Anything to avoid sharing power. Anything to avoid handing over the primordial gift to ordinary people like you. Don't believe me? Then ask yourself, why is the Archon Archon strong beyond measure, while you, Kachina, remain so pathetically weak.
Kachina, give me your hand. Feel that? I'm right here next to you. Thanks, Moalani. You're right. I have nothing to fear. Because I'm not alone anymore. You're right. Maybe comforting ideals don't have any power. But you also couldn't be more wrong. You've never had to work for your own strength, so you will never understand the true source of our power.
What?
The courage we have to stand before you and not back down? It comes from our friendship. The power lies not in the ideal itself, but in our commitment to upholding that ideal, and in our decision to stand together and fight!
Well said!
Let's go, Kachina. It shouldn't take more than 2 of us to handle an enemy like this. Sorry in advance, but you... There aren't many in Natlan. Catch an epic flame!
This Sigmund
Chill out! Let's ride! Ho! Let's ride!
Dodge this!
So there we go.
We won! We actually won!
Nice job. Turns out he wasn't any stronger than the ones we fought in the past.
That's what he gets for underestimating you two.
Fantastic work, Kachina! Absolutely fantastic! This makes me so... unbelievably happy. I'm happy too, Moalani. Together we really are unstoppable! Huh? What's happened?
This.
My ancient name is... glowing? But I thought I didn't bring it with me!
It's probably a projection from the real world. But that doesn't explain why it's glowing all of a sudden.
Wait, does that mean you're...
That was a bold move. Diving headfirst into the fire to save your friend. Especially in a place so overrun with abyssal corruption. Still, seeing you pull it off was really something. Everything you said was exactly right. As isolated individuals, we stand no chance against the power of the Abyss. It took years' worth of scars, and lots of unnecessary suffering, for me to understand that for myself. The Pyro Archon's plan will unite us as one. Everyone has a part to play. Only then will we have the power to defeat the strongest of foes.
Who are you?
Tupac, a warrior from the people of the Springs. I fought against the Abyss during the invasion 500 years ago.
I've heard that name before. You were the giant who saved all of Natlan.
Since you were able to awaken my words from your ancient name, that means you have fully embodied the aspirations of the Wyab. Under the name Umoja, you shall unite the tribes and save Natlan from its impending doom.
Me?
As long as blood still runs through your veins, even the tiniest spark of steel against stone can ignite a flame. Its blaze will become one with the gaze of all Natlan. Even amid everlasting darkness, our bonds remain eternal.
What's wrong, Moalani? So many memories. once knew. So that's what happened.
What do you mean? Did you just figure something out?
500 years ago, they foresaw the very crisis we're facing now. Efforts to save Natlan started all the way back then.
We can go over the details once we get back. We shouldn't linger here longer than we have to.
Be right back. Hey, I'm back. Does this mean you already know about this whole thing?
I know bits and pieces, but I had no idea Mualani was also part of the plan.
This sounds like something that's going to need a lot of explaining. Let's focus on saving the Wyatt first. Okay, that should be enough. Wyatt? Wyatt? Can you hear me?
I hear your voice, Kachina. My dear child.
Great. Well then, I'm afraid it's time to say goodbye. I just wanted to make sure you were okay before we leave, but we can't afford to stay here any longer. I was going to ask why you bestowed an ancient name upon someone like me, but it's okay. I'll keep searching within myself for the answer. I'll never stop trying to improve my strength. One day, I'll live up to the hero you saw in me.
You are already an outstanding child in my eyes, Kachina. No matter what happens.
Huh?
You are all my most beloved children. It has always been my honor to protect and nurture you. Your ancient name is just that, a name. Much like your parents chose to name you Kachina, I also gave you a name, but it need not define you. Focus on who you want to be. You are already worthy of your name. Now, you need only devote yourself to becoming a better you. The story of your ancient name is for you to continue. Just like your parents, my love for you will never change, no matter what the future holds.
Thank you, Wyatt.
It gladdens me to see the Pyro Archon's plan move another step towards completion. But it's time for you to leave this place. The situation here is getting worse. Go now, my children. Save Natlan on behalf of all you hold dear.
I know we've never met before, Wyatt, but I just wanted to say thank you for encouraging Kachina. It was exactly what she needed to hear.
Whoa! What's going on? An earthquake?
We're out of time. It's the power of the Abyss. Quick, we need to run!
It's a Sealy! The Sealy opened the way for us! The opening in the sky! It's closing!
We need to hurry, or we'll be stuck here!
Help here. Come on, Brian.
Watch out for the falling rocks! Quick, through the middle! Come on, faster!
We'll never make it!
You've done well. Now come home.
We're back! The Pyro Archon saved us.
But she's not here.
How's she regaining her strength?
Didn't she say she used it all up?
She's still in the speaker's chamber. What we saw in the Night Kingdom was just her consciousness.
So you're saying her consciousness did all that?
Every great display of power comes at a price.
You must feel terrible, Kachina. Just hold on. We'll get you to a doctor soon. Let's get back to the stadium. The Pyro Archon said she'd have a doctor waiting for us.
I recommend getting a full checkup, just to make sure no damage gets left behind.
Paimon feels okay. What about you, Traveler?
I'm fine.
You always seem to do pretty well against the Abyss.
Let's get going. We need to share what we learned in the Night Kingdom as well.
Right. The Wyatt mentioned something about the Pyro Archon's plan. What is it exactly?
I'll let her explain everything. We're all a part of the plan now. Every move we make from here on out will decide Natlan's ultimate fate.
Get back to the stadium. Oh, it's an enemy.
What's the hurry? What's the hurry?
Huh. There's a lot less stuff here than before.
It's good to see you all here in one piece. I know you must have a lot of questions, but let Koichi check you over first. It's best not to let any lingering effects of the Abyss go untreated.
Thank goodness you made it back. I came here as soon as the Pyro Archon told me about your plan. Take a seat, everybody. I'll examine you one by one. All right, that should do it for now. But just to be safe, I'll perform another checkup in a couple of days. I have to say, though, I've never seen anyone react to the Abyss like you, Traveler. It's like you're completely immune to its power.
He always has been special like that. He can even purify its power. Wait, now that you mention it, Paimon doesn't think she's affected either.
We don't know why, though.
Given the current situation, that ability will likely play a great role in the events to come.
Of course. I still have patients to see, so I'll head out.
Thank you, Koichi.
All right, all right. We might not see eye to eye, but we both had good intentions. Just give it time. I'm sure we'll figure things out between us one day.
Yeah.
All right. There's so much to discuss, I don't even know where to begin. You've seen it for yourselves now. The devastation in the Night Kingdom. I'll get straight to the point. Natlan is on the verge of destruction. It's very possible our nation has less than a year before total devastation.
Huh? No.
Less than a year.
That's right. But I've only ever disclosed that fact to the handful of people working with me to save this nation. Our looming destruction is not a recent development, but the inevitable conclusion of the disaster the Abyss initiated 500 years ago.
Mulan told us a little bit about that.
500 years ago, all the nations of Teyvat were invaded by the Abyss. Unlike the other nations, Natlan never had stable and deep-rooted ley lines, so we suffered the worst of the invasion. The battle against the Abyss was exceedingly long and brutal. In the end, victory came at the cost of our civilization and countless lives. Even then, it took centuries of solving the disasters caused by the Abyss to finally achieve the peace we know today. And still, this is but a superficial victory. The forces of the Abyss have merely been driven back underground. Their threat to Natlan remains as real as ever.
I'd never have guessed.
The problems plaguing the Night Kingdom are all the more complicated because that realm is essentially functioning as Natlan's ley lines. Immediately after the war, our calculations estimated that we would have a maximum of 500 years before the Night Kingdom was completely lost to the Abyss. But at that time, we were a nation of the destitute. Our people no longer believed in victory, nor did they hold hope for the future. Our civilization was dying, our faith crumbling, and the line of power passed down from the Wayab nearly severed. If we didn't bring the nation back together, it would be foolish to even dream of defeating the Abyss in the future. So, the Archon had a long and involved discussion with the heroes of each tribe, and finally came up with a 500-year-long plan to save Natlan.
So that's what happened.
After finding Kachina, I encountered a strange figure who gave me a series of new memories. Since the plan was mentioned in those memories, I guess I've been chosen to play an important role in it. But there's still something I don't understand. Those memories showed me the Pyro Archon from back then. And it was you.
Huh? But that doesn't make any sense. The Pyro Archon is supposed to be human. It's impossible for a human to live that long.
That's right. The hardest thing for humans to overcome has always been time, or rather, the natural limitations of our lifespan. A god can extend a human's life by using a certain amount of divine power, or subjecting them to a curse. But, as we all know, Natlan doesn't have gods like that. We can only rely on our own methods. A human life is like a flame destined to be extinguished. 100 years
Excuse
ago,
me.
I placed my life within the sacred flame. Only by dying before my time could I have the chance to wake up again.
So, in other words, this is your second life?
That was all part of the plan.
Yes. We only managed to defeat the Abyss all those years ago because the tribes came together as one. If the Natlan of the future was to have a fighting chance, the Pyro Archons that came after the war had to rebuild the decimated tribes. The goal was to reunite the people and restore the strength of each tribe's Wyab. Once a tribe was back to its full strength, the tribe's Wyab would select a hero, indicating the tribe was once again ready for war. The Chosen would then stand by my side in defense of our nation, just like great heroes of old 500 years ago.
So that means I'm one of the Chosen?
That's right. You bear the ancient name Umoja, the same one held by the hero from your tribe 500 years ago. It means unity. After your adventure in the Night Kingdom, I trust you've come to fully understand the meaning of that name.
So in other words, you always knew who the Wyab were going to pick from each tribe?
Yes. According to the plan, each tribe was supposed to have been fully restored by the time I awoke. But something went wrong along the way. The 6 heroes successfully inherited the ancient names from 500 years ago, but the intel regarding the plan wasn't passed on to them. Once again, it comes down to the deterioration of the Night Kingdom. Communication between the Sacred Flame and the Wyab has been blocked.
Just like how the Ode of Resurrection failed to bring Kachina back.
Exactly. It's just another tactic the Abyss is using against us. The Abyss may not possess intelligence, but its methods certainly aren't easy to counter. If we want to unblock that information from being passed on, my presence alone isn't enough. The ancient name-bearer must establish a greater connection to their name. So, I've tried my best to help them from the sidelines. Currently, Shilonin of the Children of Echoes, Kinich of the Scions of the Canopy, and Iansan of the Collective of Plenty have all been acknowledged by their names. During your adventure, you too earned the acknowledgement of your Wyab, Mualani. In the process, you gained the memories stored within your name.
Leaves 2 people
We have
left.
less than a year.
Yes, but we have no choice. We cannot start the plan until all the heroes have been gathered. That's also why I haven't been able to take action despite the urgency of the situation.
But if you knew this whole time, why didn't you just tell me about my role in all this? Wouldn't that make everything go a lot faster?
Perhaps, but the opposite could also be true. Knowing your destiny too early could mean failing to realize your full potential. Just like your determination to save Kachina, I hope your commitment to this endeavor comes from your own strength of will, rather than a sense of obligation.
So I suppose you're not going to tell us who the final 2 heroes are then?
That's right. Their time is yet to come. Putting pressure on them beforehand will only hinder their development.
But what if they don't make it in
I can
time?
only trust in the judgment of the Wyab. I have never believed I could solve this crisis alone. In fact, it was precisely because I chose to trust and rely on others that we managed to get this far. Natlan's salvation lies not in its Archon or any singular individual, but in us all.
Does that mean
You're
you?
quite perceptive, aren't you? I thought I might get away with avoiding the topic.
Huh? Oh, right! All the stuff you stored here before, where did it all go?
Even though I sacrificed my power, I still needed a contingency plan to ensure you would make it back from the Night Kingdom. After all, I was the one who allowed you to take that risk, and Mualani has an important role to play in my plan. In addition to their sentimental value, the items I stored here held a much more important purpose: fuel.
Fuel? Ah, so back then, that's why you...
Yes. The stories embodied by those items are certainly important, but there's an even more significant trait they all share. Every item belonged to a hero of Natlan. Over time, they became imbued with a certain amount of contending fire from being carried in battle. On their own, each item's power is limited, but together, their combined effect can prove quite useful in a dire situation. By burning those items, I was able to activate the contending fire stored within them to open the boundary between the two worlds. It was a rather crude approach, so all their power was depleted in an instant, as you can see.
But aren't they all precious treasures? What about their stories?
That's exactly why I dragged you all here. No matter what, I never wanted the Pyro Archon to have to use that power.
You have nothing to be sorry for. You all deserve my thanks, actually. If you hadn't saved the totem pole, that area of the Night Kingdom would have been forever lost to the abyss. And then, it would only be a matter of time before the Children of Echoes was met with disaster. Besides, when those heroes entrusted their belongings to me, or the Pyro Archon of their time, it was out of a desire to contribute to Natlan's survival. If they knew those items helped save the present-day heroes of Natlan, they would not mourn their loss.
Even when you put it that way, I still feel bad.
There's no need. Remember what I told you about time? The people and the events of the past are never truly lost to us. We simply carry them with us in a different form. In that sense, we didn't lose anything at all. If you still have regrets, let them fuel your resolve in the battles to come. Your deeds will become new legends and nurture new forms of power just like the items once stored here.
Well, we'd still like to return the favor.
Well, if that's the case, just treat me to a drink sometime. Now that Kachina has returned, we can finally hold the victory feast and celebrate your team's triumph in the Night Warden Wars. And we could all use the rest, that's for sure. Plus, you'll be able to silence everyone who doubted you once and for all, Kachina.
Still, now that I know the danger we're facing, having a victory feast doesn't feel right.
Try not to let it get to you. It's important to stay calm. Worrying about it will only affect your judgment. All right. You should head out. I'll...
When I was young, I used to sit by the hot springs and listen to the stories of warriors from all over Natlan. They attract people from all walks of life. Friends come easy here, no matter what tribe you're from. The people of the springs have never claimed the hot springs as their own private property. They are there to bring all hot spring buddies together. It's been really nice, seeing the children of my tribe get older. It's helped me gradually understand the true value of the springs. I've witnessed their energy, their determination, their absolute passion for life. Even when they cause trouble, I never managed to hold on to my anger for long. It's unbelievable how quickly they worm their way back into my good graces. I'm certain Mualani will become a great warrior when she grows up. She possesses infinite potential. I can see it. One day, when I'm no longer in fighting form, I'll come here and tell stories to all the children, just like those warriors did for me. So, you better get busy, Pyro Archon, or I'll end up running out of stories.
Our nation is engulfed in darkness. Our tribes stand divided, and yet you promise victory in the distant future. The Abyss is a cunning enemy, one that I faced in battle many times. Were that not the case, I would never understand exercising this degree of caution. My rage will never know absolution, and my power will no longer aid you in victory. But you came to me because you knew you could convince me with just a single sentence. I understand your choice. The heroes of today will forge the path ahead with blood and fire. Just remember to earn us the victory we are owed. Otherwise, rest assured, I'll find a way to collect the debt. For Natlan.
So, you're gonna head 500 years in the future to serve as the Pyro Archon again? But what about the you from right now? You're just gonna die?
You can't ask her those questions and expect her to answer, my dear. The decision is hers to make, and she deserves our support. We will do everything we can to rebuild the tribes. Don't you worry. Even across time, we will all do our part to fight for Natlan's future.
Yeah, Mom's right. We'll always believe in you, sis. Oh, seriously though, Dad should be here. Where is he?
I imagine he didn't know what to say, so he chose not to come at all. Don't take it to heart, my dear. That's just who he is. Just remember, no matter what happens in the future, we will always love you.
I'll come find you one day. I know I can't live that long, but I'll think of something. There has to be a way for us to meet again one day. If there's an answer out there somewhere, I'm gonna find it. So, don't forget about me.
If that's your decision, then you have my full support, Archon.
May our children live to see such a lovely son.
For Natlan!
No one fights alone.
The rules are my legacy. They shall grant us the strength to overcome the next tragedy.
War forged the 6 tribes, taught us how to fight, instilled in us what it means to love.
Who will be the one to bring this to an end?
We are the inheritors of memory and legend. Those who grew alongside sun and wind. Those who forged our own destiny and future. That is Natlan's fire. The lifeblood of our nation.
In the banquet.
What's the hurry?
You might want to get a guy. The mixing process if you don't keep your voice.
Hey, Koichi! You here for the victory feast too?
Oh, no. I knew Chaska would be here, so I just came to deliver some medicine. I was about to leave, actually. No, it's not that I don't want to celebrate Kachina and the others. I'm so glad she made it back. It's just... well, I'll make things awkward if I'm around my sister right now.
Ah, well, you two had a fight, so Paimon can understand.
She didn't cause any trouble during your trip, right?
Of course not.
Yeah, she was...
That's good.
Right.
Is there a reason you asked? You were pretty outspoken when we first met, but now it's like you're
Jealousy
holding
thing.
Maybe it seemed unreasonable, picking that fight with her before you left, but I did it for a reason. Her impulse to fight is extremely strong. Her mental strength helps her rein it in, but she still loses control sometimes. I had no idea what you might face in the Night Kingdom, so I didn't want...
So what you're saying is...
You deliberately provoked her so she'd take that impulse out of
Okay,
you.
so maybe it sounds a little stupid, but it works pretty well. It helps her keep her cool for a little while, at least. Anyway, I'm just glad you were able to make it back safe and sound. That's all I wanted.
But do you really have to go that far? Can't you just talk it out?
No way. Chaska never opens up about her own pain, especially to her family. She can't learn about this, or it'll be even harder to help her.
That's your
I
decision.
appreciate the understanding, and don't worry. I'll find a way to help her ease this burden. Anyway, I need to get going. Enjoy the celebration. Oh, and if you ever need a doctor, you know who to find.
Who would have thought there was a deeper reason behind their arguing?
On the lookout for each other in their own way.
In the end, it's all the Abyss's fault. Paimon's had enough of them.
Okay, so